Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list today. Thank you once again for tuning in. Do appreciate the support. Good morning, traders. So we do have some good stocks to trade today. At least I believe so. What's going on, Jeremy, my man? Good to have you in here. So definitely got some good stocks to watch today. So recently it's been pretty good with a lot of volume and a lot of different stocks that we've been able to trade. Netflix had a really good day yesterday. Today I don't see, at least not yet, any really good penny stocks to trade. Might be wrong, haven't checked recently here. There's one I'm looking at right now that might be pretty good, so we'll mention that. Yeah, we'll mention that one that I'm looking at right now. Yeah, okay. So I'm hoping to nail it today too. Hoping to have another green day. Made about 600 yesterday. Nothing, not a crazy big day, but I definitely made some money back yesterday, so that helped. I was happy about that. With that being said, let's get into the watch list here, and we'll go from there. All right. So let me start sharing my screen. All right, here we are. Ooh, wrong screen. 1 second. There we go. All right. So real quick, might as well mention this. This is SBOT. So 1 second. There we go. SBOT. So SBOT is a penny stock that's popping up. It went from 222 all the way to 297 pre-market high. So we have a pre-market high right now at 297. It is, in fact, did go through a pullback. So right now we are starting an uptrend. All right, so who knows what's going to happen yet? Right now we've gone through a pretty good pullback. Ideally, what we would need to see happen is SBOT pop up and break through this trend line right here and then continue up, which it might do it right now. Ready? So we'll see. The volume's starting to pick up a little bit here. So ideally, we want to see this push up here. If you look at the news on SBOT, it says that Stellar achieves robust viral clearance for manufacturing process. What that means, I don't even know. But apparently, people are paying attention to it because of that news, and it's starting to pop up right now. So this could be one of the penny stocks that ends up running today. So we can watch it, keep it on the watch list today. All we know so far is that it has some type of positive news, and it's starting to push higher. It's a low float, so this might end up turning into a nice penny stock today. So this is one of the biggest gainers right now as far as this morning goes. So we'll definitely watch that pretty closely. So definitely pay attention to SBOT. That could be one of the good penny stocks today, okay? Another one that I'm going to mention here is HEAR. So most of you are familiar with HEAR. If you're a beginner trader, this may not be the easiest trade for you, but if you have some experience, then this might be a little bit better. So HEAR, if you look at the daily chart has a bull flag. All right, so if you look at this daily chart right now, the stock HEAR has basically gone through what we would call a bull flag, right? You can see it there. All right, so it pulled back and now it's starting to pop up. So it's very possible that we might see HEAR pop and run today. That's very possible to see. So that's what we're going to be watching for. We're going to look to see if HEAR wants to continue long today. The entry for this would be a break over the previous high a day. So entry would probably be over 1750, right in that area. And that's just it. That's really all there is to it. HEAR going through a pullback. Now it turned into a bull flag, starting to break out. It's possible that we're going to get another day of continuation. It's no guarantee, but this is a bull flag setup right here taking place. Okay, so we're going to watch HEAR long. Okay. All right. Good stuff, Mr. Grimm. Good stuff. Good job, Keith. Good morning, guys. Tiny Trader. All right. So yes, WSM, Robert, is on the watch. Tiny Trader, BBY, is on the watch. So we're going to go over, we're going to talk about WSM real fast. There's a few others that I didn't put in the title that we're also going to watch. So WSM. All right, so taking a look here, WSM had a nice big gap up from 49 all the way to 57, and now it's just starting to downtrend here. So at the end of the day, ideally, it would have been nice to be short around 56, now down to 54.50. So at the end of the day, this is a big gap up. Right now, it's starting to sell off. So what I would end up doing, I typically would have watched this. I was watching it short. Right now, it's coming down so far that the further it comes down, the less opportunity we have for the short. So now as it comes down more, I might actually be looking at it long. A possible long area might be around the whole dollar mark of 54. 54 might hold up support. So right where I drew that line. Right, that might be the area at which it bounces off of when the bell opens. So we could watch to maybe get long off the 54 area. No guarantees. It could snap 54 and come down, but the idea here is that when a stock gaps up, if it continues to fade out pre-market, it no longer becomes as good of a short because it would have been good to short it here, and now it's not as good to short it here, right? So we're watching WSM, not a huge fan of it right now with how far it's already dropped. All right, next one would be BBY. So BBY is dropping pretty heavily. They actually had good earnings here. So what I think is happening is just is a sell-off and then a little bit of a panic sell. After the good earnings is spiked, then we had sellers come in, push the price down. So what I think we're going to see here is I think we're going to see a nice squeeze on BBY today, right? So this is kind of the same thing as WSM in a way, right? Is that it's going down, down, down. So right now, psychologically, other traders start to think, oh, wow, this thing's going to keep dropping. It's just tanking. It's just going to fly down, right? So maybe I'll get short. When in reality, what happens a lot of the time is this, right? When the stock goes down, down, down like this, eventually it finds a bottom, right? It starts to bottom out a little bit. And then what most likely is going to happen is you're going to have buyers come in and squeeze the price up when the bell rings. That's a very common thing we see happen. So let me give you an example of it. Here we go. Red Robin, RRGB. Look at this one. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. See how it went down, right? And it kept going down, down, down. Everybody thought yesterday it was going to drop out of the gates, but in fact, it squeezed up. So when I come over here and I look at BBY, I think the same thing. This thing's dropping out of just dropping, dropping, dropping. Chances are it's going to actually squeeze up out of the gates. It's no guarantee, and sometimes these do continue down. But looking at this, it's a good chance we'll see this squeeze up out of the gates. So what we would then do is look for an area of support where it could bounce. And personally, I would like to see it down towards, $70, $70.60, right in that area, 71. So I think the $71 area, which is like right here, well, that could be 1, 2. So anywhere from about $71.63 to $71 is an area which I think Best Buy is going to kind of hold up support right in these areas, 71, 71.70, 71.60, something around there. So what I'll then do is I will mark off all these areas, right? So I'm going to draw this out for you. Ready? So you guys understand it. Ready? So up, then down, right? And then I'm marking off, watch what happens. All these levels where it pops up. Pop, pop, down, pop, down. So watch this. Ready? Now watch me draw across here. These are all the levels that I would mark off. So if I wanted to get long on didn't want to do that. if I want to get long on Best Buy today, I would mark off all these levels right here. Pop, this pop, and do it right there. Yep. This pop, and this area, and then this area. So that, and the reason we're doing that is because these are all the resistance areas of it going down. So if in fact, let's say BBY does go long out of the gates, my first target, so if it goes like this and then it goes long, my first target would be that line right here. If it broke through this line, my next target would be that line. If it broke through that one, the next target would be this line, and then this one, and then this one. Now, in the back of your head, you got to think, what are the chances of it going all the way back up? So, right, this is the start today, right? Like that's where it started, right? And then, you know, so what are the chances it's going to go all the way back up? Probably not likely. More or less, it would probably be something like this, right? Let's say that BBY does want to go long out of the gates. The chances of BBY or Best Buy going up to this first area, that's a pretty good chance. We could, and I don't know the exact number, but we could say that the chances of BBY squeezing up to this first line, that's probably about 70%, right? And then for it to break through that area and go up to here, that's probably about, you know, 50. There's a 50% chance, and that's a really ugly 50. So you could say that this one might be, you know, like a 50% chance. And then for it to go through this one, you're probably getting to 30, all the way down to like 10, and then to 5, right? So don't overthink things and think you're going to get a massive play out of something like this. The chances of it going all the way back up is very low. That's why you probably have about a 5%, 10%. But as you get down this list, it's more likely to see it bounce from here up to that line and then maybe this one, right? So just think, if you get in long somewhere in the bottom at a good entry, it's not a bad idea to take profit on this first target because the second target's less likely to hit. The higher you go up, the more susceptible you become for it to roll over and dump on you. Okay, so we're gonna get those drawings off. That should help you on Best Buy there. Now another good one here is Netflix. 1 second, I'm gonna go through some Best Buy. I think you're drawing the lines. BBY. All right. So here, look at this one. This is Netflix. Now I'm not totally positive on Netflix, but what I'm really focusing on is look at the daily chart. This is what we would call an ascending triangle. So right there, this is an ascending triangle breakout that's taking place on Netflix, right? So this pattern basically works like so. Alrighty, goes up, pulls back, puts in the first low, goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back, and then boom. Like that. So it just really broke through yesterday. Okay, had a big day yesterday. It's possible we'll see this continue up today. No guarantees, of course, but this right now, the daily chart looks pretty darn strong. Now, what was I say? If you look at, we'll do a 5-day chart. So you can see for the past couple of days, it's been up and up and up. I think what we're probably going to see is a pullback today. I think we might see it come down. So I think we're going to watch it come down, and then there might be a dip buy opportunity to go long. But there's no guarantees, but I think we might still see it go long. But first, I would expect to see Netflix come down because it made a lot of money yesterday. So there's got to be some people in here that are willing to sell today and lock in some profits. You know, and if I had to say, where is it going to bounce? I don't know where it's going to bounce for sure. Nobody knows anything for sure when it comes to the market, but we just have a pretty good idea. So the way I would go about marking off the levels is I would mark off on Netflix every whole dollar mark. So 344. Then I would go to 342. Then I would go to 341 or 340, right? Go by each whole dollar mark, okay? That's the way I go about watching Netflix here, all right? And so that's Netflix. Another one to watch here, guys, is RL, Ralph Lauren. Look at this. Yesterday, Ralph Lauren went from 116 to 136. We traded this. I traded this one time. So yeah, like this one here. If you look at the daily chart, you'll see it's really extended to the upside. These are the kind of plays we look for. We look for stocks that get really pumped up, and then we look to see if they drop, right? So this is definitely, Ralph Lauren is on a short seller watch list. I will notate this, that if a bunch of people, right, if a bunch of people try and short Ralph Lauren today, and the short fails, what's going to happen is this is going to go from red to green, and it will squeeze really hard, okay? So not only watch Ralph Lauren short, but watch Ralph Lauren to see if it tries to go red, and if it fails to go red, then chances are you're going to want to flip long, okay? Now you're going to be asking me, well, where's the entry? Where's that spot? Who knows? I have no clue, right? Because Ralph Lauren, I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to go long, but I know that if a lot of people try and short it, which I know for a fact, there's probably going to be people trying to short it. It's up really big. So I know that if a bunch of people try and short this stock and it doesn't go down, those short sellers will cover up and it would cause it to squeeze. Right? So let me put it in this perspective. Imagine Ralph Lauren opens up. This is what you're looking for. When the bell opens, if Ralph Lauren is going to do a red to green move or a short squeeze, this is most likely what you're going to see, okay? The bell's going to open, and then we're going to get a candle like this, right? We'll get one candle to go, maybe two candles down, and then what's probably going to happen is you'll probably get a lower wick like this. Oh, that's bad. You'll probably get a lower wick like that. And then all of a sudden, what's going to happen is you'll probably see something like this. And if that happens, your entry would be right here over the previous red candle. And then this thing will probably end up just running like crazy, okay? Because this whole area, and let me circle this, all right, like that area there would be shorts. All right, and then this area where the green happens would be shorts getting squeezed. Okay, so that's kind of what you're looking for on a red to green move, or if this thing's going to short squeeze, is really you're going to want to look for something like that. You look for maybe a big red candle, and then if the next candle opens up, right, if you have one red candle and then the next candle opens up green and goes all the way back up, you just get in long. Just absolutely just take it long, because that's what we call a bullish engulfing pattern, right? So you might see something like that, and then boom. Perfect, just like that. Actually, here you go. Here's an example on Red Robin. Red Robin, or was it Red Robin? Did Red Robin do it? Wait, no, maybe it didn't. Wait, did it? Maybe it was a 5-minute chart. Here you go. Here's a pretty good example. Ready? Look at, focus right here, this area. You see that? See, what happened was on Red Robin is that everybody tried to push it down, right? See, like what happened was right here, it was going down, down, down. It popped up, and then everybody tried to push it down on that candle. It couldn't go lower. Squeeze. Okay, so watch for something like that. That's enough there. So yeah, that's ideally what I have there for you. There might be some more stocks out there that I didn't necessarily find or really didn't have the time to cover, but you know, that's generally speaking, that's generally what I'll be watching here today. So keep your eyes on those stocks. A lot of them are bigger price stocks today. I don't know if there's really any other smaller stocks out there. Let me see. Let's see what SBOT's doing. 1 second. Nah, SBOT's really not doing much. BW, not really doing much. Not really doing much. Oh, here's something. WHR. Spotify. Let's see. Yeah, Spotify's at the 154 mark. I mean, Spotify is just holding this 150 mark pretty well, and it's holding support right on the 200 moving average on the daily chart. Spotify really is just, it's basically just trading back and forth high and low from like 160 to 150. So if I were to trade that, I'd be looking to get in around 150, sell towards 155, 160, or when it gets up to 160, I'd look at shorting around 160 with the target of 150. It's just going back and forth, back and forth. Oh, I forgot to mention Kara. That is a good one. Jeff, LLEX. LLEX had a pretty nice day yesterday, it looks like. What's the volume look like? No bueno. All right, so right here, perfect example of a type of stock that we don't want to day trade. So if you're going to be trading LLEX, it would have to be a swing trade, not a day trade, or you may be able to get in and hold it all day, but don't look to get in and out with quick profits on this. Right now, it's coming right up to resistance. So right now, technicals point to a sell on LLEX. Right now, LLEX does not point to a buy. Right now, it points to a sell. GERN. What's going on here? Oh, GERN squeezing up. Chances are it's probably done moving. So yeah, you could watch GERN. It closed pretty high yesterday. So GERN, I would say, has a possibility of continuing up today, but it's also at resistance, right? This $5 area really close to is a resistance, and it's had resistance there before. So I'd be a little careful. Technically speaking, GERN is at a seller's point rather than a buy point, but it might have a little bit of upside potential today. Kara had a really big 2 days or 1 day. I think it was just one. Yeah, it was just one. So if you look at the daily chart, Kara Therapeutics, a lot of people are watching Kara Therapeutics short. If you also look at this high. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a bad one. 3. Draw it straight across. See that? 1 resistance, 2 resistance, 3 resistance. Look at where it popped up yesterday. What do you think is going to happen? Probably going to go down. Not guaranteed, but it might. What we do know is it's right at resistance. So technically speaking, Kara Therapeutics is a sell. So yeah, you could watch Kara Therapeutics short. REPH, the ticker just sounds like low. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, I do remember this one. This one I looked at earlier. So it had a huge gap down from 12 down to 4. What is this, a pharmaceutical company? So some bad news with the FDA. Yeah, you could watch that. I think that might be good to watch. I really don't know what's going to happen with that. I don't really follow pharmaceutical stocks and how they trade, but that huge gap down could provide some good opportunity. I would probably watch it long rather than short. It probably has more upside potential than downside right now. Oh yeah, I wasn't sharing my screen. I was just talking to you guys about the stocks real fast. Yeah, I knew I wasn't sharing the screen. I just was basically going through looking at these stocks, just giving you guys a quick run through on basically the thought process on it. Sure, I'll take a look at Smart. Smart, pretty low on volume. I wouldn't say Smart's probably the best trading choice today. It does look a little bullish though. So Smart does look a wee bit bullish. SBOT, we went over SBOT. SBOT, it's kind of just chopping around right now. Yeah, SBOT's really, well, no, it's kind of holding up. Yeah, SBOT, watch SBOT long today. I mean, that's really the only penny stock I see that might have a run today out of the gates. So do keep your eyes on SBOT today. That might be pretty good. We did cover that earlier. It does look pretty good right now. Not bad, not bad. What else? What are you saying? SCNS. SCNS is done for. Well, not necessarily, but it's gapping down today. Chances are just get rid of it if you're holding it. Don't hold the bag. Yeah, SCNS is most likely going to start heading down today. CHEK, I wouldn't even mess with that one. That's just kind of hanging out, low volume. SDRL, definitely not. SDRL, 38 cents, real low priced. You might as well put your money in something else. That's not a good stock to trade. The only reason, I mean, it had a quick pump. Okay, let me put it this way. It's possible SDRL will go long. It's a really bad stock, but if you want to trade it, technically it's on a pivot point right now, which is kind of a support area. So anywho, that's all I got for you guys today. I'm going to head back to the private group as well. So, again, right, if you guys ever want to join into our private group, we do training 2 times a week. You get a full course. You get stock scanners, watch lists, anything that other stock trading group provides. So, again, right, if you guys like what you see here, always feel free to follow the first link in the description of the video, and that will bring you to the website or our website, and you can join into our private trading group where we're basically going from 7:30 in the morning until 11 in the trading day. And then we have class 2 times a week where we could cover various patterns, psychology, anything trading related. So that will be the first link in the video. Also, you can join into our free chat room. That will be like the 3rd link. And then you can also join into our free Facebook group so you can network with other traders as well and post, you know, pictures and all that other cool stuff. So I will see you guys all tomorrow morning for another watch list. And thank you once again for tuning in. Please do give me a like and a subscribe and a share if you will. It really does help my channel grow. And I would really greatly appreciate it. So if you give me a like and a share, whether that's to Facebook, Twitter, who knows, right? Before you head out the door, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning.